All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. From the brother Karab, just coming at you, man, with a lesson. Real quick, just going into it, man, the Lord is going to punish Jerusalem more and more. All right? And the reason why he's going to punish 2/3 of our people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, the chosen people of the nation of Israel, is because they were supposed to uphold to the contract, man, that was given to us in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, man. If we abide, if we obey, and we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, we will prosper. But if we don't, then all these curses will befall upon us, man. And one thing about our people, they're hard-headed, and they have a provoking spirit on them. You know, and every day they trying the Lord, man, with their heinous acts, man. All right. With their evil ways. That's why he say a sinful nation laden with iniquity. So that's why the Lord is going to befall them with heavy punishment. This will be one of the punishments. All right. Dealing with child care, man. All right. Dealing with the benefits of E. See, this kingdom is already, well, let me correct that. This kingdom. All right, because this is not no kingdom. If it was a kingdom, man, it would be ran off in righteousness and everybody will be happy and rejoicing. But this is ruled by the wicked Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, man. And you see how his ways, you see how diabolical he is, man. Because here it is, he give you these benefits, he tell you everything is going to be all right, and then he cut them off whenever he feel like it, man. But if it affects you as a Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indian, if it affects your emotions that he doing that, it's because you put your trust in his system too much, man. You hold him as a higher power when you know damn well you should be holding Yahweh Shema Shai as your true power, man. The Lord controls all things. Let's get into this article. This is reg.com. It said Memphis daycare shutting down after state council contract. It say Memphis, Tennessee, a South Memphis daycare owner says she was blindsided after receiving a letter from the Tennessee Department of Human Services terminating the faculty's contract, forcing her to shut down. Ooh, you know how many parents gonna be mad because their children can't be watched, man, while they go to work, man, and make a living, you know? Or they use the daycare for an excuse to do whatever they want to do, you know, commit more acts. They don't want to attend to their children, their responsibilities, you know. You know how Jake do, man. You know how you use their daycare for, you know, a way out. But, hey, you ain't going to have that, man. Okay, it said Prestige Learning Academy has been open, serving children for nearly 30 years. And after all that time, the owner says she'll be forced to close her doors, not because of a violation or failed inspection, but because she questioned an audit. It said it's been a nightmare, said Prestigious. It says Learning Academy owner Chandra Hampton. Hampton said her nightmare began when she received a letter from the Tennessee Department of Human Services stating that effective January 8, 2026, the daycare's contract would be terminated with the state because she failed to allow auditors to access records. It says she remembers the auditors coming to the faculty facility, Salaki, but there is more to the story. It said the day that they came, I actually told them I have a graduation to attend, and I asked her to come back to the following day. She told me she had an appointment, said Hampton. The audit was never scheduled, but Hampton believes it was a retaliation for complaints she filed in the past. A letter sent to Hampton from the Department of Human Services said when audit arrived at the daycare, Hampton failed to provide documentation and accused DHS workers of harassing her. Since no documentation was provided, the state says more than $86,000 that Hampton received from DHS is now in question. And what is the audit for when I only have 7 children and my licensor and counselor comes 5 times a year? I have to give an audit. It said I have to give it every time she comes out, said Hampton. You know, but mainly, man, you know, this lesson right here is a wake-up call to also these women as well, too, you know. That's why let's go ahead and get Zephaniah 1 and 12. And then I'm going to get it in a different translation as well, too. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads. And how's the Lord searching Jerusalem? Through his angels. All right, through those chariots, who the word called UFOs, man. That's how the Lord is searching Jerusalem on a daily basis, man, watching 9 people. It say the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the ways of men, man. It say punishing the men that are settled on their leads, that are comfortable. They complacent. They okay with the conditions, with these hellish conditions that they're living in, man. All right, they okay being at the bottom, man. They okay not knowing the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. They okay not demonstrating faith, man. All right. They okay not following the commandments of the Lord and upholding a righteous conduct. All right. They okay with not abiding by these things, man. These rules and regulations that the Lord have set up. They okay with just being niggas, man. And they say in their heart, the Lord would not do good, neither will he do evil. Let's get that in a different translation. This is Zephaniah 1 and 12. At that time, I will take a lamp and search Jerusalem. I will punish the people who are self-satisfied and confident, who say to themselves, the Lord never does anything one way or another. So they calling the Lord, trying to call him a bluff, you know? That's why I said our people got a provoking spirit about themselves, man. All right? They acting like the Lord is something to play with, man. That gives Zephaniah 1 and 12, the meaning of it, what it actually means. In the AI overview, all right? It said, the Most High will use a malicious lamp-lit search to meticulous. Salakia. The Most High will use a meticulous lamp-lit search to find and punish complacent people in Jerusalem who think he's inactive and won't judge their sins. Contrasting their settled, hardened spiritual state like wine dregs, and with his thorough scrutiny, it's a warning against spiritual apathy, and it says in self-satisfaction by revealing that nothing is hidden from his divine judgment. All right, and let's go into that word. All right,
apathy.
It says apathy is, in the Google dictionary, the definition, apathy is a lack of interest, motivation, or enthusiasm, or emotion. Whew. Our people are dead, man. They are ineffective. Hey, what the scripture say? That's why the Lord said, my word, right? Let's go ahead and get it. I think it's in John. This is John 8 and 37. It said, I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word have no place in you. You know? And he was speaking to the Jews at that time, man. Typically Southern Kingdom, man. All right? Because, man, one thing about it, man, this word has no place in 2/3 of our people. Why? Because they run from it. You know? This is John 3 and 20. It said, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. The light is the word. The light is Yahweh Shai. Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. Because, man, they love the dark state of mind. They love that dark world, man. They love to dwell in sin. John 3 and 21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be manifest, that they are walked in the Most High. Right? Submitting yourself, being humble. All right? Acknowledging that you need help. That's why the Lord said he's not coming to them that are whole. He's coming to those that need a physician, a doctor, those that are sick, man. And our people, they are sick, you know? And they're going to get more sick, man, when these things start to happen unto them, man. Imagine a bunch of daycares just pretty much just getting boarded up, man, closing down, and you ain't got nowhere or for nobody to watch your child. You know? Hey, man, y'all gonna go crazy, man. That's why the Lord says he's gonna punish those that are settled on their leads, those that are comfortable with this life that they're living. Right? Yep. Because it tells you this is Zephaniah 1 and 12 in the MSG version. This is the MSG. All right. And it said, I will punish those who dress up like Hold on, bear with me. I got to make sure that I'm on the... Here we go. This one right here in particular. It say, I searched through every closet in alley day on Judgment Day, right? Because everybody forgetting about that serious day, man. That day where everything must be revealed in front of the Most High and His Son, man. All right? You must stand before the Son of Man. Everybody is forgetting that. It said, on Judgment Day, I search through every closet and alley in Jerusalem, and I find and punish those who are sitting it out, fat and lazy, amusing themselves and taking it easy. Empathy, man. Not moving with enthusiasm, not moving with a sense of urgency, right? This word don't move our people, man. But them judgments gonna move our people. They gonna put fear in our people, man. You know, the Lord is known by the judgment which He executed. It said, amusing themselves and taking it easy, who think the Most High doesn't do anything good or bad. He isn't involved, so neither are we. But just wait, they'll lose everything they have, money and house and land. They'll build their house and never move in. They'll plant vineyards and never taste the wine. So the Lord said, man, hey, them dreams, them goals that you people thought that you have set up, you know, hey, it's going to go downhill, man. And why it's going to go downhill? I'm going to go back to the MSG, but let me go ahead and get this, right? Let me get this in Isaiah. It's going to go downhill because you people are spiritual harlots, man. You always run into different gods for help, but you don't run to your how about Shema Washai. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, they take counsel, but not of me. You don't listen to the prophets. Prophets be out there teaching that 100% truth, GMS in particular. Always teaching, man. Brothers uploading videos. Even I upload videos. And it's kind of like, man, hey, ain't nobody... It's like people don't want to listen to it, man. They'll rather think about what album Pooh Shiesty gonna drop or what song he gonna drop more than they care about the prophets. They care about what their entertainer is doing more than they care about the men of the Lord, man. The warnings. They're not paying attention to the warnings. So they're going to take counsel with Egypt, with America. Spiritual bondage. Isaiah 30 and 1 said the Lord, they take counsel, but not of me. They cover what they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, which is iniquity. They walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right. So this woman was confused. You know, they kept tabs on her. You know, if you want to get into the story of the woman with the daycare. But ultimately, man, hey, I look at that as, man, a lot of that is gonna start happening, man. You know, heavy judgment is gonna come upon our women too. You know, because a lot of single women are putting their child in daycare. You know. Isaiah 30 and 9 said that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things, and prophesy deceits. Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, and cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore, thus said the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, right? And the Lord tell you about those who despise this word will live a miserable life, basically. In Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 10. Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be unto you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. All right? And that's why the Lord said, don't lift up a cry for these people. Don't even pray for these people, man. You know, why pray for these people when they willingly want to be hard-headed, man? Okay? I got something else. I got another news, right? Whitehaven apartment tenants face eviction after housing authority pulls contract. See, everybody pulling these contracts, man. Pulling that daycare contract, pulling that apartment contracts. You know, now these people don't have nowhere to go. Say residents at a Whitehaven apartment complex are being forced out of their homes by the end of the month after the Memphis Housing Authority pulled their contract with the complex. And according to the Memphis Tenant Union, the tenants receive a Section 8 vouchers from Memphis Housing Authority to move into Mill Creek apartments. Many of them are elderly and disabled. Last week, residents learned MHA will no longer cover their rent in Mill Creek due to failed inspections. The Memphis Tenants Union said residents were never formally notified, but were told to be out of their apartments by January the 1st. Man, they finna go out, they finna start 2026 with a bang. Happy New Year, right? You celebrate these pagan holidays, Christmas, New Year, where the Lord is unwrapping gifts. You know, I'm setting there metaphorically, you know. Little joke, but mainly, man, hey, the Lord is unwrapping judgment on our people, man. You know, it ain't gonna be no goddamn Christmas, man. It ain't gonna be no Happy New Year. Only destruction. It's Zephaniah chapter 1, jump down to 14. Let's get into it. The great judgment day of the Most High is almost here. It's countdown time. All right, I'm still in the MSG. Stay with me. It's a 7654. This is Zephaniah 1 and 14 in the MSG. The great judgment day of the Most High is almost here. It's countdown time, 7654. It's a bitter and noisy cries on my judgment day. On my judgment day, the Lord had to be pacific. Even strong men screaming for help. Judgment day is payday. My anger paid out. A day of distress and anguish, a day of catastrophic doom, a day of darkness at noon, a day of black storm clouds, a day of blood-curdling war cries, as forts are assaulted, as defense are smashed. I make things so bad they won't know what hit them. So they say when they should say peace and safety, sudden destruction. They'll walk around groping like the blind. They sinned against Yahweh Shema Washai. Keep that in mind, because sin is our kryptonite. And the Lord knows that each time Israel sin, it weakens us, man. You know? And guess what? The Lord punishes us for it, because we're in captivity, man. Well, it was our mind to go astray. The only way how we be going astray is because we conform to the ways of this beast system, man. Living our life like it's golden. Living our life like we only live once, man. Hey, the Lord told us not to do that, man. That ain't what the Lord commanded us to do. He said, fear and serve him with trembling, man. Every day. He demands devotion and devout behavior towards him from Israel. It said they sinned against the Most High. Their blood will be poured out like old dishwater. Their guts shoveled into slop buckets. Don't plan on buying your way out. Right. Money ain't going to mean shit in that day. Your money is worthless for this. This is the day of the Most High's judgment, my wrath. I care about sin with fiery passion. A fire to burn up the corrupt world. A wildfire finished to the corrupting people. So a lot of our people are going to be put to flight, man. You know, that's the end game, man. Here it is. You got people getting thrown out their houses on January the 1st. You got daycares going to be closing down. All right. The Lord not playing, man. He on his way. Okay. Let's get Jeremiah 11 and 11, man. Judgment is set. It said, therefore, thus said the Lord. Let's start at 10. It said, they are turned back to the iniquities. Jeremiah 11 and 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. They went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel, the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. And do you think they praying to Yahweh Shema Washai? You think that lady that got her daycare closed down praying to the Lord, knowing the actual true names? You think them people that's, you know, and I know it's a bunch of Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans staying in that apartment, especially if the inspection bad. Do you think that they praying on the name of the Lord, asking them to help them? No. They gonna down there go on strike. They gonna down there take matters into their own hands because they ain't got nowhere to go. Because guess what? When people don't know the Lord, man, when people don't know who to worship and who to call on, man, they like loose screws, man. They do whatever. That's an individual you don't even want to be around, man. They don't know the spiritual protocols, man. You down there got to get away from a person like that. Jeremiah 11 and 10, it say, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. It said, therefore thus said the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So, hey, that's evil. You know, they shut the whole joint down, man. They know people need to put their kids in daycare. And then they know people need a place to stay. But guess what? They don't care, because who's bringing it? The Lord. He don't care, because he's going to punish you for your sins, man, for your behavior. The Lord said, I care about sin. You know? It's cool when the heathens do it, but it's going to be a problem if Israel do it. That's how the Lord get down, because we are the Lord's children. He don't play about his kids, man. His Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, Jamaicans, Cuban, Haitians. All right, the Lord don't play about us, man. We're a family, 12 tribes, and we were supposed to uphold to these standards, and we are not doing it. So what you think gonna happen to us? Just like a parent would, just like a father or a mother with any child that don't abide by the rules of the house. How much more the spiritual father? Jeremiah 11 and 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. You know, that day of disaster, man. All right? Go cry unto Jesus, man. You know, have him deliver you. Let's see how long it take. You know? That's all I have. Shalom.